When did you start doing comedy?
2010.
What made you get up?
What made me do it the first time?
Yeah.
I was in the mortgage business, and in 2009.
College educated?
No, dropped out of community college to do Percocet and sell subprime mortgages in Long Island, which I still believe is what I will return to. I believe stand-up is a sabbatical from my true calling, which is to work in a strip mall and have great lunches, serious lunches. And take Percocet and telemarket mortgages in the tri-state area. It's nice to watch people look at a lot of your guests and go, will they be people that I know in 5 years, or will they be dead in the street? And that's what I like about, that's what this show really is. People are going, hey, I wonder if that guy will be a household name, or will they find him dead in a hotel room in Tampa? We don't know. Who knows? Who knows?
It's definitely Florida.
It's just what the show is.
The Alex Jones thing's fucking...
It's wild.
It's wild. Here's the thing. I don't really listen to InfoWars.
Yeah.
But I do listen to him when he's on Rogan.
I got to be honest with you. He's the most entertaining person in the world. I mean, listen, is it bad? Sure. Am I going to get in trouble for saying this? Yes. Does he incite violence? Maybe. The point I'm making, okay? The point I'm making is purely, forget morals, forget any of this. Take yourself back to smoking weed in the back of a car in 11th grade when you were just like, things were just funny or they weren't. They were just entertaining or they weren't. You either watched it and went, what the fuck is this? I heard Alex Jones, okay, go on a rant about demons, like literal demons, for 20 minutes. 20 minutes hard about demons. And let me tell you right now, he started a show one night and he goes like this. He goes, ladies and gentlemen, he goes, we are bracing. This first words out of his mouth. He goes, ladies and gentlemen, we are bracing for thermonuclear war. And I'm like, how do you not laugh? How do you not be entertained? I mean, need to go. The View is it's one of the worst. First of all, when I grew up, daytime TV was about like seasonal cupcake recipes.
Yeah.
Why are we doing the Holocaust at 11 a.m.? It's 11 in the morning. Why are we doing the Holocaust? Calm down. Daytime TV is for people to get into the day, ease into the day. Little coffee, get the toast out. You know, we don't need to be doing genocide early. Like, relax.
Yeah.
It's gotten crazy now.
We have an Anxiety Tuesday segment on this podcast where we talk about mental health, what you do to help your mental health in a positive way. Do you do anything? Do you have an affirmation, or do you meditate, or do you walk? What do you do?
When I get anxious, and when I feel like things aren't going well for me, and I feel like I'm feeling panicky.
Right.
You know what I mean? And this is literally, and I'm recommending this to everyone because, and I'm not joking. I'm not even kidding. And you go, oh, he's going to have a joke at the end of this. But I'm dead serious about this. Literally, when I feel like I can't go on anymore, I do something which people do, and I didn't even know that it helped anxiety. And it's called heroin. I do heroin.
Yes.
And it is so helpful to me because you're in a state of euphoria. Your eyes roll back in your head and you're kind of like not even on the planet anymore, and you feel like you're floating. And it's been described as the most intense orgasm you've ever had times a million, right?
Wow.
It's just endless feelings of euphoria, true euphoria, that you can't really get from walking or meditating. You can't get to there. Like a lot of people say you can, they're full of shit. Heroin, black tar, China white, whatever it is, you have to shoot it, and you can't skin pop.
Okay.
You have to mainline. So you have to find a vein.
Yes.
And then you have to inject it deep into your vein.
Okay.
But here's how good it is. Halfway through the injection, it's over. And then sometimes you don't even have the strength to pull the needle out of your hand. So you just kind of lay like that with the needle, and then you're like, you fidget with it.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's what I do.
That's what you do.
Yeah.
So let's get into that.
Yeah.
First, let's just establish that Epstein, you believe Epstein was a pedophile. No, I'm just saying, let's just establish some ground.
Who are you working for? Wait a minute. Hold on. What? Yes, I will take the controversial stance that I believe Epstein is a pedophile.
Okay.
You heard it here.
Okay.
Oh,
and
boy.
you think Ghislaine was his runner?
Yeah, I think that's pretty well established. I think Miss Maxwell was involved in some lurid and inappropriate activities.
So you're about to go have a talk with Alec Baldwin.
Alec Baldwin DM'd me on Instagram, and he wants me to do his podcast, and I was like, absolutely, I'm honored.
I can't wait till you find out it's Stephen Baldwin that did it.
It's
going
very
to be
interesting
so much
because
fun. I'm going to get a call from you later today. It's going to be you and fucking Stephen Baldwin.
It's actually, what's interesting is like he's had issues in the past couple of months.
Alec?
Well, you shot the woman on the set.
Yeah.
And it was an accident.
Was it?
This is what I am understood to believe.
Yes.
You know,
But do you believe it?
yeah, I don't think he would shoot. Somebody told me, they go, I think he did it to see what it feels like to take a human life.
Yeah.
I would like to not believe that.
Yeah.
But it's interesting. There's clearly nobody on his team that wants him to do a
said that
podcast.
to you?
I literally forgot who it
There's
was.
no way you could forget who said that.
No, but I do forget. Somebody said that. They go, I think it would be that he would just try to see, like, at this point in his life, he's like, I've done it all.
Yeah.
What does this feel like?
Yeah.
Do I want to come after?
Yeah.
Do I feel sad? There's no way anyone on his team is jazzed about him doing a podcast,
Tim,
right?
did you say that?
I didn't say it, no.
Are you
I
sure?
would have said I said it.
Tim?
It might have been Giannis. I forgot.
Just throw it on. Yeah. We have Tim Dillon here.
Yes. Thank you. Good to be
I
here.
heard you put the call in to get Whoopi out of there.
I did. Because I wanted her to take a time out and have a think, and I wanted her replaced with Roseanne. Bring back Roseanne.
Right.
Yes.
How about that? Who is Jewish.
Okay.
And then that's a nice trade-off.
Wait, is she Jewish?
Roseanne is very Jewish.
So she's been moonlighting as this Midwestern housewife this whole time.
Oh
yeah,
my
but
God.
she's like super into Israel, super Jewish.
Oh my God.
So we get Whoopi out.
Okay.
Take a chill pill. Take a break. Read the Torah. Whatever you have to do. Go to a few bagel shops. Listen to people.
Is that the atonement?
Do some listening. Little locks and listening tour. And then bring Roseanne in, who's criminally insane, but Jewish and fun.
Yeah.
And she'll go on about QAnon and stuff like that, and it'll just make it a fun show for 2 weeks.
So we fixed the show.
That's how to fix
That's your goal.
Well, the real way to fix the show is to destroy it. And to
This
put
seems
everyone.
to be your solution with most things.
Most things do need. You know, sales guys are supposed to have money, confidence.
Yeah.
We had none of that left. We've been broken, beaten down, and broken. And the dude who was kind of the head of the operation was this drunk named Bob. Bob had lost his license for a DWI, so we had to take turns driving him home. He was our boss.
Everyone had to just take shifts.
Yeah. And when you have to drive your, and he would fall asleep because he'd drink all day at Chili's, and then he'd fall asleep on the way home in your car, and then wake up like at a stoplight to just deliver a cryptic message. Like he'd be like, and they wake up and go, "We're in big trouble. I'll tell you that much. We're in big trouble." And you'd go, "What?" And then he'd go, "No, make a left at Park Avenue." And so he would just deliver these cryptic messages. This is how that company started. You want to hear how that company started? I pitched this as a show and nobody bought it. Are they fucking nuts, Sickler?
Yes.
So here's what happened. This is how the company started. This guy, Bob, was a high-level guy and a major mortgage lender in Long Island. He's a CFO. He sees that this company is going to kind of crumble. He sees the writing on the wall. It's like, we're in trouble. We're holding on to a lot of bad debt. This thing's just going to go. It's going left. We got to get out. So he pulls his buddy. His buddy and him, instead of evacuating the business, right? This is such a Long Island fucking thing. They go, we're going to do it the right way. We have all this know-how. We're going to put together a small company. We're going to do it the right way. So they go up to this guy's house upstate, which is partially done. They're getting sauced. They're talking about the new company they're going to have. Whoever this other guy is, I don't know, falls through a second floor that's not completely done and dies.
No.
Dies.
Come on. While they're up there talking about this shit?
Correct. Instead of abandoning the project, Bob then walks around at his funeral and goes, I just want to let you know I'm going to open the company for your father. He was a good man. He believed in tight lending standards. We're going to open this company. The underwriting, it was
At the funeral.
company started in death.
Yeah.
It started in death. And so I worked there for about a year and a half. Very sad Christmas party. Very, very sad.
I'll bet, yeah.
Very sad.
So that's my question. Is it better just to stay home, find work, and just struggle if you have to? Or is it better to travel, miss out on family time, but get better pay? Yeah, gang, buzz, nigga, buzz, nigga.
Gang, play boys. Well, let's start. We can start with Brendan here because Brendan's missed half of his children's life to be fucking performing in Boise next week. So, what do you say, Brendan?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, the pandemic made me realize I toured too much, man. So I cut it down to 2 weekends a month moving forward. I used to do 3 to 4.
Right.
But so I cut it down to 2, so I'm around my kids more. But Theo, you don't have to. I mean, you just own a fucking backpack, so you can tour all year long.
Yeah, that's true, man. You're right. I think what this guy is saying is, first of all, I like where this guy's at. This is the kind of guy you need help with. We don't need to be storming a Capitol. We need to storm AT&T. We need to storm fucking Dunkin' Donuts headquarters. We need to storm Zabara. We need to store tech is the new fossil fuels, guys. Okay, yeah. And so we need to be storming places that it hits them in the wallet.
God,
now this guy's question
PayPal.
is: should he
work
or raise his family?
Oh, yeah, my bad. Sorry, I kind of diverted. What do you say there,
Well,
Tim?
that's his question. Should he work or raise his family?
Yeah.
Well, I would think that he could, maybe both.
Yes. Find a happy balance.
I mean, that might be a good idea. Like this guy, I think he wants us to co-sign his decision of like just abandoning his family so he could fucking fix cell phone towers. I'm like, dude, you got to check in on the fam every now and then, you know.
Yeah, maybe
I mean,
chill
it's
out
the craziest. It's the crazy. There was a lot of fun in that crack house.
I hear.
There were a lot of positive people. I mean genuinely positive.
I know you mean this, though.
Genuinely,
mean
genuinely grateful and positive people. Like, there were people there that if you gave them a cigarette would act like you paid for their college. This question I've ever heard. He's like, hey guys, I work a lot and I travel. I want to know, do I still have to talk to my family? It's like, yeah, dude.
I'm putting up all these 5G towers, man.
Yeah.
I haven't seen my son in 3 years.
Yeah, do I technically have to like see and speak to my family? I mean, I have a job. Why would I? Yeah, dude, do both.
Yeah. That's not a bad thought. That's a decent suggestion, Tim.
So when you look in their face, you see that there's nothing there. So I just sat on the bus, and this Russian woman said to me, she goes, you give tour, you fat fuck. I said, listen to the automated tour. I said, I'm not doing it today. You're the only people on the bus. She goes, I pay money, you give tour. You give tour. And I said, no, because I could put it on the automated when I was being lazy. And the automated would be like, and the automated was supposed to be hooked up with a GPS, but it was never where it should be. So we'd be by Central Park, and they'd be like, you are seeing the 9/11 memorial. And everybody would look out, like, where's 9/11? You know, they had no idea because the GPS. These companies don't care because these buses, there's no repeat business.
Right.
You just, you bang them. Bill Burr has a great thing where he talks about the guys who sell tickets to these buses. They're all Africans and Haitians, and they all have deep machete scars in their faces. They make $8 or $9 grand a month, and they send that all back to Africa. I think Burr, I haven't heard of it, but Burr, somebody told me that Burr either talks about it on a podcast or does a bit about it, but they're aggressive salesmen. They'll fight each other in the streets. I grew up with real music.
Jadakiss is the best.
My father and mother used to play Jadakiss around the house.
I was conceived.
They loved the Locks. My father and mother loved the Locks. They were just an Irish Catholic family, and they loved the Locks.
They love the Locks, yeah.
And I just grew up with, like, going to concerts. Like, I remember we went to the United Palace, which was a theater in Harlem, and we saw Jadakiss, Noriega, Styles P, Foxy Brown, and Styles P had that song, I Get High. Everybody was just smoking weed. Like,
yeah,
those were good times.
You were mommy. That was a family
now,
outing.
Like rap concerts, in the middle of it, they tell you to vote.
Yeah, no.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine? Does anything feel less cool in the middle of a concert? People being like, "Are you registered?" It's like, what?
No, dude.
Do you have a voting plan?
Could you imagine?
What?
Could you imagine, like a Jay-Z concert or like a freaking R.I.P. DMX concert?
Yeah.
They put out a video of Greta Thunberg.
Yeah, yeah, I don't want that.
Ghosts at the Comedy Store. I'm currently watching the Ghost Adventures episode and they're at the Comedy Store. So yeah, you guys ever had anything happen to you guys? But King of the Sting it. Gang, gang, ghost, ghost.
Go on, you guys go first.
I will say in terms of just creepy things at the
you feel
Comedy
it right
Store,
away.
I felt like a weird, like a banshee. You know what a banshee is?
Yeah.
It's like an Irish, like
No, you
I
don't,
felt like
Brendan.
a weird, like feminine energy that was very like chaotic and bad and dark and evil.
That's
coming
Whitney.
down
That
the
was Whitney.
stairs one day, and it was Whitney Cummings. So that's. So you gotta be very careful. That's what I'm saying.
Somebody parked a Volkswagen Rabbit on this guy's leg one time outside of our schoolhouse, and I saw a virgin fucking lift it right off his leg.
Wild.
Yo, and this was in fucking who knows when it was.
Every scene is from like the movie Powder. Every scene, it's amazing.
What are you talking about?
Every scene
You
of your
ever heard
life is
stories
a
like
movie.
that?
I've never seen a virgin pick up a car.
Yeah.
They pick up AK-47s now. That's the problem. Virgins now are picking up AR-15s. Hopefully they start picking up cars again. That would be nice.
They need to start
That'd be
passing
great.
out some pussy then, bro.
I agree with you.
Because they're shutting down all the pussy, bro. That's who's doing it.
That's right.
Buddy, we can't thank you enough for coming in.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Love the hoodie, polo. Look at him.
This is a 3XL from DXL.
Yes, sir.
Who does not sponsor me, but should. And what's great about when they make clothing for fat people is they go, why do we make it loud? And let's give them fatigues because they're not in the military and can't be. But if they feel everything is the military when you're at a certain weight, everything is an obstacle course.
Deserve it, yeah.
So they have this, and I don't know if you noticed, but these are polo horses.
I did
in
notice
the
that.
camo.
Wow, that's pretty classy.
Yeah. Oh, it's classy. It's real DJ Khaled.
I got another one.
Yeah. All right, we got a version right here.
Let's hear this young woman.
This
or
is the
man.
furthest thing from a basic bitch question.
What's up, Theo? This question's for all three of you guys. You can't leave the room until you...
So eventually I quit that job because I was like, I got to get out of the sales world, which I'd been in since I was 22, 21, really. I had been in sales. And then I left it when I was like 28. I just on and off, just mortgages and then copiers. I've always been in sales. And then the only job, I saw guys like on a tour bus and they were just yelling at tourists on a bus that was going through Times Square. And I was like, well, that guy can't have a boss. There can't be any background check to do that job. These tour guides in New York, they were lunatics, these people, you know. One woman, I swear to God, would just go on and talk about a knee operation. And the people in there were trying to learn about the Empire State Building. She would say, she would hear it. She'd go, I've had 9 operations on the same foot. People would, but people would tip her at the end. It was like, you know, she was an animal, but people felt bad for her. So they... So they fill the tip cup up at the end. So I was like, oh, these people are also in their own way con artists, degenerates, marginalized figures from society. You know, some of them thought they were historians. Some of them, you know, they were all full of shit. You know, these guys, they barely knew anything. I was just like, I'll go up there and my whole goal was like, I'll make everybody laugh. So I would, you know, pass a building and be like, what the fuck's going on in there? You know, I'm like, you know, I was like, you know.
What were you making doing that?
15 an hour. 15 an hour, but checks, so that's bad. So 40-hour work weeks, I never left with a check over $350. Okay? But cash tips every day of either no money when I was lazy and didn't want to give the tour, and a Russian woman punched me in the stomach once. Because we were sitting on the thing. It was first of all the Russians are poor. They come in January, February. They have no fucking money. They're poor. They come the coldest time of the year. And then you'd have to do a tour for one Russian couple. And the thing with Russians is they have beautiful blue eyes like huskies, but they have no souls. So when you see, because they have 100 years of atheism, so they have no soul. So there's not, you know, I tried to get I had a publicist for like 25 minutes, and I fired her after 2 weeks after I did Rogan. She texted me. She went, "You did Rogan?" So
You're like,
that
all
was
right, I gotta go.
I said, "Let's go."
Yeah.
Also, she asked me to her ex-boyfriend who had blocked her on Facebook. She wanted me to go and look what relationship status he was in. So I said she might not be the most professional.
And this,
this was a real person.
and she was charging you real fees. Like this
She was charging me money, so I had to say no to her. And but she said, she goes, I'm going to try to get you like this was a fact. She was trying to get me like she wanted Megabus to endorse me because this was like when I used to take Megabuses to shows, like not currently, but like I had a bit about it in my act, like Megabus. So she goes, we'd like, I would love, we'd love to get
a Megabus
to get you and Megabus in business
Wait,
together.
explain Megabus to people.
Well, Megabus is just, it's the bus that passes you by and it goes, for $1, get on.
Yeah.
And it's never $1, but it's always like, it's
right.
As the buses go, it's
Yeah.
a pretty good option. It's like
Right.
a double decker. It's college kids, old people, hippies. It's not that bad. It's not like Greyhound, and then it starts to fall off a little bit. It gets really bad. Lucky Star, like they get real bad.
They get bad.
They get bad. But Megabus was one that I would take a lot. And she goes, I said, and this was her quote. She goes, it'd be great to get you in business with a brand like Megabus. So I'm still open to that. Like, I'm still open.
What was your response to that?
Great. Because that's what this business does to you.
Yeah.
You're like, absolutely.
Yeah.
I will advertise anything.
Happens, dude.
Money doesn't make everything. It really just doesn't make everything great,
No, it doesn't.
It helps sometimes.
It helps things, yeah. What they say, somebody said it helped make you warm in the winter and cool in the summer. So that's what somebody said.
Right. That's a poor person saying that. That's a homeless person's idea of what money is. You get cool and warm. It's like, no, there's many other things you get. That's that's like the lowest level of what money can do.
Do you think
you get water when you're thirsty and food when you're hungry?
I don't know if those songs are going to last.
This is what all old people say. You know what I'm saying? They're
Have
like,
you seen the
back
new
in
video,
The day, like Ed Sheeran's a fucking monster.
No, he is. That's true.
Literally, he's a monster. He's a literal monster.
No, he looks like he lives under a bridge.
This is what I love about and you'll understand this because you've been in the business for a long time. Like Ed Sheeran's a guy that fucks everybody up who just goes, well, yeah, man, you just got to be hot. You just got to be hot and you'll succeed.
Yeah.
And then you see that bridge troll selling out arenas. And you're like, oh, nothing means anything. Everything's chaos. I don't even know what.
Well, he's good. He's legitimately
He's good, but it's like it would make you feel better if you look like Shawn Mendes, so you could go, well, of course.
Yeah.
But then you look at this guy, you're like, oh, I guess anyone can succeed. Literally anyone. I mean, he looks like a Make-A-Wish kid who didn't die, and it's a guy, like Bill Burr said, it's a guy that just lived on the top of a building his whole life, and this is the way they talk. This is the way they talk. I wish her well. Weak. Yeah. And that's just not, I think, ideal qualities for a president. It was fun for a while. I was on board, and then Trader Joe's got burnt down.
Yeah.
And I said to myself, like, this will not end. He won't end. Like, he will just keep pouring gasoline on this until this entire country is at war with each other. I'm not even a political guy. I don't really give a shit. But I just walk outside. I look around. I go, this is probably not good. I see overturned cop cars. People are throwing Molotov cocktails. I'm like, what happened here? We got to change course a little bit. Bring in Biden. Let him sleep in the chair. Let that old fuck die in the chair. Who cares? Weekend at Bernie's. Who cares? Just give people health insurance and go back to it being boring.
Yeah.
Just let people get an operation and go back to let's let entertainers be entertaining. We don't need the president. Let's let Jimmy Fallon be funny again. Let's not chain him to a desk and make him apologize. He did blackface in 96. Let's let people be funny that should be funny. And let's get an old, boring person as the president. I know a lot of cops that aren't heroes. Can we cut it out? Stop with the hero shit, by the way.
Yeah.
No one's a hero. Nobody's a hero. Cops, nurses, military, firefighters. No one's a hero. We all have jobs.
Yes.
Stop with this horse shit. Heroes are from fictional narratives and books and odysseys and stuff. You're a hero when you fucking start doing it for free. It's your job. Yes, you saved a woman in a laundromat because you're an EMT. You're not a hero. Shut up. I hate this shit.
I hate it.
Heroes. Nurses during Corona, they started acting like they had no idea anyone would get sick. You're a nurse. I'm sorry you didn't get to just hang around stealing Percocet and you had to do your fucking job.